Hello, it's Willie from the Ozarks, and we're ready for our February the 17th lesson in A Course in Miracles workbook for students. From the original edition, there is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. The idea for today simply states a fact. There is nothing to fear. It is not a fact to those who believe in illusions, but illusions are not facts. That's some good reasoning, isn't it? In truth, there is nothing to fear. In truth, there is nothing to fear. Only in illusions are the things to fear. But we want to learn to walk in the truth, in the light, in the truth. In truth, there is nothing to fear. It is very easy to recognize this, but it is very difficult to recognize for those who want illusions to be true. Today's practice periods will be very short, very simple, and very frequent. Merely repeat the idea as often as possible. You can use it with your eyes open at any time and in any situation. It is strongly recommended, however, that you take a minute or so whenever possible to close your eyes and repeat the idea slowly to yourself several times. There is nothing to fear. Close your eyes and say that. Take a minute every now and then. For sure, start your day that way with your eyes closed and end the day that way. But throughout the day, he's highly important, very frequently, particularly important that you use the idea immediately should anything disturb your peace of mind. He says it is strongly recommended, however, that you take a minute or so whenever possible to close your eyes and repeat the idea slowly to yourself several times. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. All right? And we're going to do it with our eyes open or closed, but no longer practice periods, really, other than just many frequent ones throughout the day today. It is particularly important that you use the idea immediately should anything disturb your peace of mind. So be watching your peace of mind, and if some thought comes to you that threatens your peace of mind, well, then apply it. There is nothing to fear. The presence of fear is a sure sign that you are trusting in your own strength. Remember yesterday, God is the strength in which I trust? Well, he's saying that if you experience any kind of fear thoughts, that's a sure sign that you're trusting your own strength. The awareness that there is nothing to fear shows that somewhere in your mind, not necessarily in a place which you recognize as yet, you have remembered God and let His strength take the place of yours. The instant you are willing to do this, there is indeed nothing to fear. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's take a look in our text reading. And we're ready in chapter 13, From Perception to Knowledge. We are ready to start off with paragraph 6, but we're going to start in paragraph 5 and get a little run and start, reread what we read yesterday. As you're turning there, let me tell you about a couple different plants real quick. This is out of the Baker's Creek seed catalog. And there's this beautiful corn that is just all kinds of colors. And it's called the Glass Gem. It's an amazing color. It's a 105-day corn, so it's kind of a long season one. Amazing color and indescribably beautiful flint or popcorn. Comes in an endless range of colors. So it's a flint corn, so you can grind it for flour, or it's a popcorn. The translucent kernels really do shine brilliantly like glass. On the cob, they resemble strands of glass beads. The 3 to 8 inch ears are consummately decorative, but edible and delicious as well. Makes firm little morsels when popped. Can also be parched, ground into meal, and more. Sturdy plants reach to 9 feet tall and throw numerous side shoots where the season is long enough. And we certainly have long enough season here as long as you plant it in the spring. bred from a number of native varieties by Carl White Eagle Barnes, the famous Cherokee corn collector to whom we owe our gratitude for his life's work of collecting, preserving, and sharing so many native corn varieties. And Carl White Eagle Barnes was an Oklahoman. He died, I think, just about 2016, just a few years ago. But he developed a whole lot and found a lot of different corn varieties. And one of the things that was found out of a lot of these colored corns, that he could breed back to certain strains. And by reading different accounts and hearing different accounts of history, he was able to bring back into cultivation a number of different lost strains of corn. Another plant, I was mentioning that a lot of times my grandfathers grew their corn up the pole beans, or the pole corn, or the pole green beans up their corn stalks. Well, I was going to mention, if you do that, be sure to plant them far enough away that your corn gets a good start, because your beans will overpower them if you plant them right close together at the same time. Some people wait 2 or 3 weeks to plant the green beans. If you do plant them at the same time, just plant them far enough away that the corn gets good and tall before the bean catches up to it, because I've had them dwarf my corn plants. And if you don't want to deal with that and you still want to plant some green beans like next to your corn, which is really a good idea, because your beans are nitrogen fixing nodules in the roots, so they're going to put nitrogen in the soil. And but if you don't want to grow them up the stalk, you can plant bush beans. And a common one that I usually have planted is called contender, also known as buff valentine. But the contender bush bean is a 50-day bean, a superb bush bean with huge yields of excellent quality pods, earlier than most others and perfect for market. This tender, productive variety is still a contender in any garden. Great taste, too. The U.S. Vegetable Laboratory in Charleston, South Carolina, bred this impressive variety and released it in 1949. Okay, so there's a couple garden plants that you'll want to consider. Okay, now in our paragraph 6 or 5, this is the miracle of creation, that it is one forever. Every miracle you offer to the Son of God is but the true perception of one aspect of the whole. Oh, this isn't the role of healing. I'm almost thinking we might read that. Let's go back and read paragraph 4 also. Apart from the Father and the Son, the Holy Spirit has no function. He is not separate from either, being in the mind of both and knowing that mind is one. He is a thought of God, and God has given him to you because he has no thoughts he does not share. His message speaks of timelessness in time, and that is why Christ's vision looks on everything with love. Yet even Christ's vision is not his reality. The golden aspects of reality, which spring to light under his loving gaze, are partial glimpses of the heaven that lies beyond them. That last sentence, the golden aspects of reality, which springs to light under his loving gaze, under the Holy Spirit's loving gaze, are partial glimpses of the heaven that lies beyond them. So we're going to start seeing heaven in the world now, and that is what's going to bring the real world into focus. This is the miracle of creation, that it is one forever. Every miracle you offer to the Son of God is but the true perception of one aspect of the whole. Though every aspect is the whole, you cannot know this until you see that every aspect is the same, perceived in the same light, and therefore one. Everyone seen without the past thus brings you nearer to the end of time by bringing healed and healing sight into the darkness and enabling the world to see. So remember, we're trying to learn to see our brothers without the past. So, in that movie, The Lion King, Simba, he's carrying some stick in his hand, or the monkey, I forget the name of the monkey, but he's carrying a stick in his hand, and the lion's walking behind him, and he hits the lion. I don't know if it's accidental on purpose, but hit him pretty hard with the stick. And the lion said, "What'd you do that for?" And the monkey said, "What's it matter? It's in the past." This is the kind of quickness of realizing that our past is truly in the past, even if it just happened a few seconds ago. We learn to stay in the present moment. All right? For light must come into the darkened world to make Christ's vision possible even here. Let's see. Let's back up just a little. Everyone seen without the past thus brings you nearer to the end of time by bringing healed and healing sight into the darkness and enabling the world to see. The light must come into the darkened world to make Christ's vision possible even here. Help him to give his gift of light to all who think they wander in the darkness, and let him gather them into his quiet sight that makes them one. Paragraph 6. They are all the same, all beautiful and equal in their holiness. And he will offer them unto his Father as they were offered unto him. There is one miracle, as there is one reality, and every miracle you do contains them all, as every aspect of reality you see blends quietly into the one reality of God. The one miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is his Father. Christ's vision is his gift to you. Christ's vision is the Holy Spirit's gift to you. It's God's gift to you. Christ's vision is his gift to you. Let's back up. The only miracle that ever was is God's most holy Son, created in the one reality that is his Father. Christ's vision is his gift to you. His being is his Father's gift to him. Be you content with healing, for Christ's gift you can bestow, and your Father's gift you cannot lose. Offer Christ's gift to everyone and everywhere, for miracles offered the Son of God through the Holy Spirit attune you to reality. We want to start seeing the present in all of our brothers and sisters, offering them the vision that Christ sees of them, because that attunes us to reality again. The Holy Spirit knows your part in the redemption, and who are seeking you and where to find them. Knowledge is far beyond your individual concern. You who are part of it and all of it need only realize that it is of the Father, not of you. Your role in the redemption leads you to it by reestablishing its oneness in your mind. So you want to see your oneness in your brothers and sisters, because that's what reestablishes your oneness in your mind. When you have seen your brothers as yourself, you will be released to knowledge, having learned to free yourself of him who knows of freedom. Again, that sentence. When you have seen your brothers as yourself, you will be released to knowledge, having learned to free yourself of him who knows of freedom. So you're going to free your brothers and sisters, and that's going to free you. Unite with me under the holy banner of his teaching, and as we grow in strength, the power of God's Son will move in us, and we will leave no one untouched and no one left alone. And suddenly time will be over, and we will all unite in the eternity of God the Father. The holy light you saw outside yourself is every miracle you offered to your brothers and will be returned to you. The holy light you saw outside yourself. Okay, you're going to see that holy light in your brothers and sisters, and that's the holy light that you're going to see outside what seems to be yourself, what you conceive of as yourself. You're going to start learning to see yourself in your brothers and sisters. The holy light, and he says, the holy light you saw outside yourself in every miracle you offered to your brothers will be returned to you. And knowing that the light is in you, your creations will be there with you as you are in your Father. And knowing that the light is in you, your creations will be there with you as you are in your Father. 9. As miracles in this world join you to your brothers, so do your creations establish your fatherhood in heaven. Again, listen to that. As miracles in this world join you to your brothers. It takes a miracle to see the Christ light in everyone, and that's the miracle that is one, that we want to see always. As miracles in this world join you to your brothers, so do your creations establish your fatherhood in heaven. You are the witnesses to the fatherhood of God, and He has given you the power to create the witnesses to yours, which is as His. Deny a brother here, and you deny the witnesses to your fatherhood in heaven. The miracle which God created is perfect, as are the miracles which you created in His name. Then they need no healing, nor do you when you know them. And the last paragraph we'll read today, 10. Yet in this world your perfection is unwitnessed. God knows it, but you do not, and so you do not share His witness to it, nor do you witness unto Him, for reality is witnessed to as one. God waits your witness to His Son and to Himself. The miracles you do on earth are lifted up to heaven and to Him. God waits your witness to His Son and to Himself. You're going to love God by seeing God in your brothers and sisters, regardless of what they're doing and what they've done in the past. See Him in the present, in the one light, the Christ light. And that's the miracle. The miracles you do on earth are lifted up to heaven and to Him. They witness to what you do not know, and as they reach the gates of heaven, God will open them. For never would He leave His own beloved Son outside them and beyond Himself. Okay, now that'll finish off that section. Tomorrow we'll start the shadow of guilt. Today, many, many times over and over, sometimes with your eyes closed, repeat, there is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. And until tomorrow, rest in the strength of God, knowing there is nothing to fear.